Welcome to the Wandering Wardells. This video is going to be all about how to save money on your next cruise vacation. Now, for those of you that are more experienced on cruising, this may not be applicable to you, although I hope you find a few ideas in this that are. But this video is actually especially for those that are brand new at cruising or those that don't have a lot of experience, because I certainly have a few ideas of what I've learned along the way on how to save money on cruise vacations. So stay tuned for my top 6 cruise hacks on how to save money on your next vacation, and come wander with the Wardells.
Wandering Wardells. Wandering Wardells. So dream about your next vacation and I will be your guide. And share with friends and hit the like, then ring the bell, subscribe.
So, to start with, I just want to add a couple more things, as I always do. I want to stress that this is for information purposes only, number 1. And number 2, that this is not meant to be an exhaustive list to save money. I just want to give you a few pointers and lead you in the right direction as to at least places to start, because there are many other ways to do it other than the 6 that I'm going to mention. So let's start with number 1. And these are in no particular order. So number 1, again, is all about the importance of signing up on a cruise rewards program. I cannot stress that enough. I have certainly done that myself, and I have found that once you sign up, before you even go on your very first cruise, if you do cruise with that particular company again, that they offer discounts afforded to you. You may get a discount off the cruise itself. You may find that you get extra additional rewards credits to be used on your cruise, but just trust me that you absolutely want to ensure that you sign up for the rewards program on the specific cruise line that you're interested in traveling on. Number 2 cruise hack to get a better deal. I want to stress the importance of this. Many times when I've traveled in other types of venues, i.e. all-inclusive resorts or that sort of thing, I do find that sometimes waiting to the last minute is a better way to go, even for a specific itinerary. But I will stress that unlike those other types of trips, cruising is very important to book super early. And when I say super early, I'm talking about a year or 2 in advance. When you book that early, oftentimes you'll get the best discounts. And I will stress that even more so now with the bottleneck of demand that is going on in the cruise industry, that you'll find that even more true. Simple supply and demand, the cruise ships fill up very quick. So if you want to get a better deal, I stress that you should book super early for the cruise that you're intended on traveling on. Especially if it's a specific itinerary that you think is important for you, or you have a specific week in mind, and that is applicable to many people. Now, this may be of a bit of a concern for folks out there, because I myself, I am not made of money by any means. And if this fits the bill for you, then certainly some of the concerns I've heard out there are, well, if I book my cruise a year or 2 in advance, then I'm out of pocket all of that money far in advance of my cruise, and how do I afford that, and all these other things. I will stress to you that when you do book early on most cruise lines, they will offer you the ability to just put down a deposit. And the remaining balance is oftentimes not due till 60 or 90 days out in front of your cruise vacation. So you're not going to be out the total amount, which is a great thing. They also do have, for many cruise lines, affiliation with other partners where you can actually do monthly payments leading up to your cruise. So certainly, I want to stress again, book your cruise early. Number 3. I want to also not sound contradictory in this video, but now I am going to sound contradictory, because my 3rd tip is to actually book your cruise late. Now wait a second, I just said book your cruise crazy early to get the best discount, so what the hell am I talking about? Well, in fact, that there are times that you can get a crazy discount if, again, I want to stress that you are not specifically looking for a certain cruise line week or a specific ship or a very popular itinerary, or you're going on one of the shoulder seasons, i.e. October, November, or again, April, May. When you're looking in those time frames and you don't care what week it is and all the other things I mentioned, then sometimes you can get a steal of a deal by booking last minute. And last minute for a cruise line would be within 90 days, sometimes within 60 days. When you do that, there are other companies out there, because the cruise ship hasn't filled up yet, that will offer significant savings on your next cruise vacation. So again, I don't want to sound contradictory, but if this applies to you, whether it's the shoulder season, as I said, or whether you're not specifically concerned about what week it is, or the itinerary, or a specific cruise ship, then certainly at least consider this, waiting to the last minute. And in a second, I will tell you about some of the sites that I use to achieve that. Number 4. Now, when I first started cruising, I thought that the only way or the best way to get a good deal was to book always directly through the company that I wanted to travel with. I have found that to be true in past experience with majority of hotels to stay in, as an example, that booking directly with the company most of the time gives you the best bang for your buck, the best deal, etc. I more recently discovered that I was wrong on that. Now, if again you have the rewards program, and if you plan on traveling only on one company, I am not like that. I want to try them all. So this certainly doesn't always work for me. But if you're that person, then sometimes you will get the best deal because of the rewards program that I mentioned previously. However, if you are someone that likes to move around, try different things, then there are 2 other major sites that I'd recommend at least starting your search with. I have used both of these myself now, so I can vouch for the reliability of them as far as making it very easy to book your cruise, as well as I saved money actually from the posted rates using both of these sites. So the first one I'd like to mention is called Vacations to Go, and certainly we'll have that posted. Vacations to Go is a discount cruise site, and again, they bundle different things from the various cruise companies where you can get significant savings. It's an American site, however, you can certainly use it in Canada or the US or wherever, and I have found that I got significant savings beyond that of the posted rates. Even my last cruise that I booked, even with the rewards program that I spoke about, it still was cheaper for me to book through this side company. So that's the first one I'd recommend. They again do a very good job, especially on sell-offs as well. So again, just a place to at least look and do price comparison. The second site, again, very major company that all of us know about, and it is simply Expedia Cruises. Now, Expedia Cruises, again, we all know Expedia is a huge site. I don't think there's anybody on this station that's not going to be aware of what Expedia is, but I have used that company recently as well. Now, I just booked a cruise very recently on Virgin Voyages, and when I looked at the posted rate on Virgin Voyages versus comparing it to Expedia, for myself and my wife to travel, the saving was over $600 by using Expedia Cruises to book the exact same vacation, on top of which I actually got a small nominal ship credit thrown in of $50 for my cabin. So I want to stress that if you want to get a good deal on a cruise, definitely price compare. And I will add that using some of the bigger companies is sometimes a better way to go, because clearly the bigger companies will have volume discounts potentially available to them versus smaller companies that you may be interested in. If you have your own favorite travel agent, for sure use them as well. But these are just 2 sites to certainly consider when you're booking your next cruise vacation. Number 5. Now, here's another way, or at least something else to explore when you're looking for your next vacation. On a cruise, of course. When you're actually on your cruise, if you've already cruised once and you're in the middle of your cruise at any point, certain companies, and not all of them I want to stress, will offer actually unposted rates while you're actually on your cruise, clearly to entice you to come back on that cruise line. So it is absolutely worth checking out that if you're currently on a cruise, by all means, go to the guest services area, find out where those people are that are selling cruise vacations, and certainly check in with them, utilizing all of the comparison tools that I've already mentioned, ensuring that you may or may not get the best deal through them. And I certainly do know that some people, I personally can say this one I have not done yet, but I can tell you that I've talked to many people that have done this, and they have told me they've saved ample, lots of money, put it that way. So that is tip number 5. Now the final tip I'm going to suggest on how to save money on your next cruise isn't really applicable to actually paying for the cruise itself. But all the things on cruises tend to add up very quickly. So I want to give you a couple examples and tell you how to save a little bit of money, because every cent helps on your next cruise vacation. So there are drink packages, and if that is applicable to you or something you like to do, each to their own, and you are considering buying a drink package on a specific cruise line, then I want to stress to you the importance of not waiting until you get on the cruise ship to book that. I didn't know that at the front end, and I just assumed that maybe they would do last minute discounts on the cruise ship, or at least it would be at par with the posted rates before. What I will tell you is if you wait, once you book your cruise, they oftentimes offer incentives that are sent to you and emailed to you in advance of your cruise ship that'll offer things like 10, 15%, that kind of area off your actual drink package. Certainly that is the time to buy it. Every bit counts, like I said. The other thing that actually people do a lot of times on cruise ships is they book internet packages, and those can add up very quickly. It follows the same principle as what I just mentioned around the drink package, that they will sometimes incentivize you prior to your cruise and offer a nominal discount off that particular package. So I stress, if they do that, that is the time to buy. Do not wait till you get on the cruise. And along those lines, I will also add, again, every cent counts. Cruises can be very expensive when you add up all the extras that they potentially charge you. So always remember, and not every cruise line offers this, but many of them do. I can tell you factually that Carnival and Royal Caribbean and companies like that certainly offer this, which is the ability to bring on your own pop and your 2 bottles of wine for 2 passengers, so a bottle of wine each. So I want to stress to you that if you are somebody that drinks, to save a little bit of money, it's certainly worth bringing in your bottle of wine per person, and you can have 12 cans of pop per passenger. Especially if you get into a family with kids, we have certainly saved a lot of money by ensuring that we do that and bring that on our carry-on when we board a cruise ship. So thank you for watching this video as we gear up, as it's mid-October, to head into another busy traveling season for us, because as you can see, it is fall where I am. I am in central Ontario, and it's going to get cold very, very soon, and I get the hell out of here as much as I possibly can during the winter. So prior to that, I wanted to do a bunch of videos like this, just to give you some different ideas and different trips, different trip ideas, sorry, my apologies, leading up to your next cruise. So again, thank you so much for watching, and keep on wandering.